Justin Barsha.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we're talking full fork tube. We ain't talking tires.
Okay.
We're talking fork
This is
tube.
going to be a long
Maybe
show.
McAdoo?
This is going to be a long show. I don't know. Was his junk hanging out yesterday again?
Listen, McAdoo had the whole setup. Barsha, I think, only has half of the setup. And he only has half of the setup.
Only half, but it's all right.
So, I don't know, man. I think I got to give it to McAdoo. He had the whole setup going on.
Okay. Well, we'll get to him later. All right. So Hunter Lawrence goes 1-3, wins that first moto with pressure the whole time.
Yeah.
Was impressive. Third, the second moto. Okay. Just kind of is what it is. Doesn't really surprise me.
I think he did what he had to do, though.
Thoughts?
Did Jet really have mapping issues? Because he said that he had some mapping issues and that he wanted to get that all figured out in between the motos. I think he just might have hit a little too much back brake.
I don't know.
I mean, I saw him stall it. I watched the press day video, stalled it. I was like, weird. And then I watched qualifying from the second day, stalled it. Weird. And then he stalled it in the main. I'm like, dude, I don't think that's mapping issues. Turn the idle up, homie.
Yeah, but when your back tire's sliding across the ground, you hit the back brake. Of course, it's gonna shut off.
I don't know. I prefer to pull the clutch in, but
There is a chance it could be track related because that track was fucking garbage. Everybody said it was garbage. This was like Elsinore, 3:00 in the afternoon garbage.
well, it did look like garbage. Some of the shit I saw.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And I heard the dirt sucked. Like from the Dirt Works guys.
That's
they
another
said it
thing I
sucked.
got going. I don't understand the dirt. Why ain't they sourcing out this dirt, getting real good dirt? I mean, Feld's got enough money.
Because
don't
we
say
can't-
those words.
we can't
You're
do
gonna
that.
open up a can of worms with saying Feld's got enough money.
Because it's way
They do.
too simple
They
for
do.
them to just dig it out of the ground at the racetrack there. And when you go to these speedways, there's areas around there that they're like, yep, just dig a hole, fill it back in when you're done. Like Chicago. Did you go to Chicago last year?
I didn't get to.
Yeah, so there was literally right outside of like turn 3, there was what?
You fuck up the audio?
I don't think so.
You turn our mics back on?
Your audio sounds off, like the mics aren't working. Sounds like a group mic is picking it. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the group mic is. I don't know. I thought these were working. They're plugged in. Everything should be okay. We'll see. I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, they just have free reign to dig a hole and use as much dirt as they want to there. So, and I mean, cost effectiveness. Yeah. Now, hindsight. I mean, what do you want? It was like the hottest day of the year there at the Speedway.
Why'd they do it during the day? Does anybody know?
That's a great question too. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, to expand a little more on the track thing, and I know we're getting off topic of Hunter Lawrence
okay,
already,
go
but
ahead.
this is what we do.
It's okay.
I would love to see the 3 races, playoff races or whatever.
Yeah.
All 3 of them this year are going to be a hard pack track.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't we have one that's a softer thing? Like last year was perfect, I thought. You had a softer, sandy kind of base at Chicagoland, and then you had kind of like a clay, whatever you want to call that, in Charlotte.
Yep.
And then, so like Vegas next week, I know they're going to do it at night, so maybe there's going to be a difference.
No, because you
But
know what dirt
you
they're
know what
using
the
next
dirt
week?
looks like?
You know what dirt they're using?
What dirt are they using?
The dirt that was in Sam Boyd Stadium.
Yeah, that stuff was garbage.
It was garbage when they were using it. Now it's
Yeah.
been sitting there for however many years. So.
Yeah, I mean, those whoops were getting blue grooved in a stadium, let alone
Dude, did you
baking
see
on
that
this-
yesterday? I mean, you could see it on TV, the rubber they were putting down.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, the rhythm section there sucked because guys would, like, get on it to go 2, 3, and it would just spin.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Yeah, that track sucked. The track design itself, I didn't think was great to start with. And then you add in...
I agree with that.
And then you add in the fact of how bad the dirt was, and it was going to obviously bake in. Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Oh,
Good
yawning
thing they
already.
took that big double out, because people would have been wadding themselves up all day long.
Which one?
There was a double. I think on press day there's a double after the finish line. You turn right. It was like across something. It was a big double. I don't.
No, you're thinking
You're
Charlotte.
thinking Charlotte.
You're
Really?
thinking Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte,
Yeah.
they took it out. Yeah, it was right
Charlotte,
after the start.
Deegan rode that line on the wall.
Uh-huh.
Remember? And then you dropped down.
Yeah.
That was a double in the beginning of the day.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're thinking that.
Yep,
Okay.
you're on the wrong race.
Oh.
You want another course?
No, I really thought that was there.
No, that was it was Charlotte.
But no,
so.
Hunter Lawrence, man, I didn't see that coming.
No.
completely honest.
And now he's
Not
in
at
it.
all.
Now he's in it for next week.
Yeah, and I always go back to with him knowing some of his fitness issues and some of his body issues that he has, and being as hot as it was, I really counted him out. But maybe it was just one of those days where everything was firing on all cylinders, and I'm really interested in how that dynamic is back at the truck. Big bro finally got one on little bro.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time that's happened.
The thing is that like in that first moto, there was at no point that I looked at Hunter and thought, man, he's riding way above his head to stay ahead of those guys. I thought he just rode his race and he was just letting whatever happen.
Yeah. Well, and made the mistake and was following at one point.
Yeah.
Made a charge back at him. And did he pressure the stall?
Yeah.
You know, Deegan likes to talk about pressure, like pressuring people. Did Jet pressure him, or did Hunter pressure Jet?
I don't know. But that was a good ride.
I don't know. You want to talk about mapping? They probably got the same mapping. Hunter didn't stall it.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I don't know. Those comments were very interesting by Jet.
He was
there.
visibly pissed, but we'll get to him.
Dude, we will here in a sec. So Sexton goes 4-1 for second. I mean, that second moto is all start dependent, right? Because he yanked the start on that.
100%. He was dog water on the first start. You see that?
Yeah. I mean, why was the start not built up like essentially on top of pit wall there, so that it was a little bit longer?
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't understand why we didn't. It's not like we lacked dirt. We had dirt, so
Yeah, that start was way too short. I mean,
it was terrible.
Oh, these guys said the audio is dog water, just like Sexton starts.
Well, whatever. It's fine. It's just a preview. You get over it. Gosh.
Gosh, Napoleon.
I don't even know. I'm
Napoleon
not fucking with
Dynamite.
it. Sorry.
give me your thoughts, Napoleon.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, I like that Sexton won one because I think it helps his confidence. But at the same time, I really think it was just start dependent. I think if he doesn't get that start, he doesn't get that win.
Yeah, he went like again. That's all a head case thing for him. Like he went Gap City. Said they didn't change the bike into the first practice and all that. Mm-hmm. Then made some clicks into the second one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think your bike work needs to be on the start. He is not. He is so hot and cold on starts.
Yeah.
Like remember that start I showed you from St. Louis?
Yes.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
This year at the mud race, incredible.
Absolutely.
I think what he is
Every other round, not.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe you could chime in on this and think if I'm crazy or not. But I'm a guy. I go off the gate moving, and some other guys, Mike Alessi, some of them, I think are time guys. They count in their heads and then dump the clutch.
Yep.
I think Sexton's a time guy, counts down. Whereas Jet and Hunter and some of those guys,
yeah, are
they go on the
reactionary.
gate and it's more consistent. What do you think?
I'm definitely I go on the gate too. Like I've never been able to count down. Like I've tried to do it, and I always mess up. So I think that he definitely goes off the time because he's too consistent on his time going off, and not when the gate drops right away. And sometimes it's a wheel behind, sometimes it's a wheel ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on the guy dropping the gate, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's half a second and he's counting in his head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
That would make sense. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we're onto something, or maybe we're just crazy. But obviously, math isn't Jet's strong suit, so he's not gonna be able to count.
No.
So he's got to go off the gate. Yes. So
Yeah.
I think Chase needs to go over to Nicoletti and pay him a couple bucks and get some techniques done.
Sorry, did that once.
Yeah, but he needs to actually
it worked that one time, and then he quit
Yeah.
talking to him.
He
Yeah.
needs to go to the Nicoletti School of Starts.
Probably. Although Phil's starts were not that good yesterday.
Well, I mean, he had a good start, but he went down with Mookie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they locked bars. Apparently, they had a full-blown conversation, I heard. Right there. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, Phil always likes to tell you how he feels.
Well, he apologized
Oh.
to Malcolm while they were on the track there, is what Stu said.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this: if Dr. E, Mr. Tomac, and Jet,
That's
and
Grandpa.
Grandpa T.
Yeah, that's his new name is Grandpa.
Anyway, the Lawrence brothers, Tomac, they all start together. Sexton yanks the start. Does he pull 13 seconds, or is it a 4, 5, 6? Like, how... Have you looked at lap times? I don't know how much better he was, but I mean, I don't think it's a 13-second lead, but those guys were buried in the pack, so he just got out and went. But if they were up front, I don't. Does he do what he did? Pure speculation, but
I don't know. I don't feel as strongly about this one as I did about the Hangtown thing, so I don't know.
yeah, I don't. He's very hot and cold right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that weird to say?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think he wins next week.
No? Well, it's
No.
start dependent, right?
I think if he gets pressured, he's not gonna. He ain't gonna stay out front.
He needs to watch the gate next week. He doesn't need to count. That's what he needs to do.
I don't think he wins anyway because getting into third place here, Jet goes 3-2 for third.
And he's pissed.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
And do you remember what happened last time he was pissed in Supercross?
Yeah, he didn't lose.
He didn't lose the next like 3 or 4
Yeah.
because
But here's the thing. Jet wins, and Sexton can ride his balls off to second or third. All he's got to beat really is Hunter, right?
no
to take
no
it?
it's winner takes all with it between the 3 of them because it's triple points. So he's gonna gain 9 points, which is what he is back.
So Eli's the one that's kind of out of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is literally down to Hunter, Jet, and Sexton.
Pretty sweet. That
Three-way,
it was
winner take all.
Down to what? Two. It was 2 take all last year, right? Between Kenny and Jet.
I think so. Yeah.
And Sexton was kind of in it, but he was a ways out.
Yeah, and then he wadded himself that first moto.
Hey, that's pretty cool. That works out pretty good for all of us.
That's good. Did this race have playoff vibes to you like the first one did? The first one I thought was real playoff vibey. This one I didn't feel that way.
I don't know. I know that first main was a hell of a main, though.
That first 451 was fucking good.
Yeah, that was definitely a barn burner.
That
Had me on the
was-
edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart rate was probably like 180.
Did you check
190.
it?
Your heart rate don't ever get that high.
Dude, I've hit 202 on the mountain bike.
You have
Coach Rob, help me, man.
You have an e-bike.
I ain't got no e-bike. What are you talking about?
You're
I'm acoustic out here.
a cowie guy, you know.
That's an electrode.
with a whatever you got.
That's to ride from the garage to the fridge. That's to ride from the pole barn to the main garage. That's what I use that for.
That's 45 feet.
It's about 100 yards.
It's about 100 yards.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
only
And I ride
mind
that
you.
thing. And I ride that thing still. So,
All right.
But no, that he was pissed, man. I've never
Dude, he
seen that
was.
before. So
I have in Supercross, and they won like the next 4.
So I put this out on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it,
Twitter.
and I want to know what you guys think because it's been causing a ruckus. Everybody's arguing over it. Is that the first time we've seen him get beat straight up? Or is this not a straight up because of the stall? Like, where you at with this? Because every time
Kind
he's
of.
been beat before, it's been from a shit start or something like that. But in that first main, he got beat, man.
Yeah. And he was trying, too.
Yeah.
Man, he was cutting down on corners and stuff. He was trying everything.
Yeah, and in Southwick, people were like, oh, Chase beat him straight up. He was hurting, dude.
Yeah, that was
And
Southwick was a
even the
different thing.
announcers were milking his injury for him. So, I don't know. First time he's got beat straight up? What do you guys think? Was that a straight up getting beat, or you got an asterisk because of the stall?
Denver?
I think the stall's an asterisk. I mean,
What about Hunter fucking up and missing the whole rhythm section? Lost about the same amount of time.
yeah, there's a big difference. Like, you miss a rhythm section, you're still rolling, you're still moving. He stalls. His brain's like, oh, fuck, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? How do I start this bike? Granted, did he start it fast? He started it real fast. But I think there's an asterisk to that, Cole.
What's that?
I think there's an asterisk to that. And I think that... I think that he...
What do you think? Nah, this guy, I'm not even going to ask him because he's
I was going to go the other side of the fence. I don't think there's an asterisk to it.
Ah!
I don't think
Wow.
there is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I didn't really think about it in that angle yet, but you're probably right. This is
And
probably
I
like
think
one of the
that's
first times
yeah.
straight up he's been beat where it
Yeah.
wasn't like an injury or anything.
But how
Or
can you
coming
say-
from the way back. Or
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Yes, he was beat, but he was leading Tomac, then got around his brother pretty quick, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he made a quick pass on his brother, messed up, stalled the bike. There wasn't enough time in the rest of the moto for him to really get back. There was 5 minutes left on a track that's pretty one line, blue grooved.
It was
Nowhere to
one-lined,
really go. You can't really mix it up. I mean, the only spot that Tomac was mixing it up was in that sand section.
Yeah.
He was cutting early. That's the only spot he
That's
really.
that scoop, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only spot that you could really move around.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, in that weird split lane whoop section, you could see on TV the blue groove line that was on the side of the outside lane.
Yep.
That was just made a straightaway.
Yep.
So you didn't even hit the whoops. And then if you go outside, it
was dog shit slow.
Yeah.
It was way slower. You couldn't make it to the inside on the next corner with any sort of time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
man.
That's a good question. You should put it out. You should tweet it
I
as
did.
a poll. Oh, okay.
Oh, I did.
What did we get for
well,
responses?
I didn't do a poll, but a lot of argument, a lot of
Well, that's good.
yeah, like I don't know. That's where I stand with it. I think it's kind of. I think he feels like he got straight up beat because
I think so too. 'Cause the
I mean,
way
he
he
was
was
pissed,
acting,
dude.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
not happy. And like I said, that doesn't bode well. And I said a sneak peek of the reaction show. I've said that in the reaction show too. Was like these guys are all fucked.
Well, I go back to a preview show last year. Remember what we all talked about? Does he know how to lose?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he does. And then he gets really pissed off, and he doesn't lose like another 5 races in a
He
row.
takes that shit personally.
He takes that shit real personal.
Yeah.
I think
So-
it goes to the bank for sure.
I mean, I have a hard time seeing these other two beating him.
Well, I
next
tell you
week.
what, you get third or whatever, go sit in your Rolls Royce calling in, turn those vibrator seats on, and fucking massage yourself out, and you're good, dude.
Sure.
Just you go sit in your Rolls and think about all the accomplishments you have.
Yeah.
I think One Blade needs to sponsor him though, because that stash was not looking right.
Bro.
Hey, can we get a Gillette sponsorship into Supercross? Can we?
Maybe.
Because whatever he's got right now is not the best a man
Not
can
good.
get.
Dollar Shave Club, something like
you think? You think he's got that Harry's action?
that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Amazon? You order from Amazon?
Ordered from Amazon one time.
Yeah, what'd you order?
Tried to get a carb from my utility quad.
How'd that
and
go for you?
It's still sitting in the box on the shelf because I forgot to send it back.
Long story short, don't buy a carburetor on Amazon.
Don't
Well,
buy.
dude, I mean, I didn't know if it was,
Was it a
six.
key-in or was it a, I don't know, a chung or something?
You know,
I don't
most
know.
people
Don't worry about it.
Most people buy something like a microphone cord or like a watch strap. You buy a carburetor and get the wrong fucking one.
I think I got the wrong year. I
No,
had the right year, but I think I had the wrong
That would make sense, actually.
like CC for the quad because the one I got wasn't as big as what was on my actual 4-wheeler. So
It's just good that he admitted he's a quad rider on the record.
I'm not a quad rider, just utility quad for that land. that I bought.
Utility. He's a utility quad god.
The utility quad god.
He's out sticking that thing in 4 low with the mud crickets out back.
I'll ramp that fucker real hard.
That's what he does. He's got a snorkel on that thing.
All right.
You better
let's-
believe it.
Let's get back to results here. Tomac goes 2-5 for 4th. Grandpa was on it yesterday.
Hey, I know why he sucked in the second one.
Okay, go ahead. Took scoop off.
The scoop.
Yeah.
He ran it in the second one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty gnarly.
Oh, wow.
What
It was
was he
ballsy
thinking?
in the first one.
What was he thinking?
I think for him, he set that bike up around the scoop.
And he
I
rides
really
it
bel-
all the time. He's like
Yeah.
the opposite of Justin Cooper. Like, Justin Cooper doesn't ever ride the scoop. He rides the scoop.
So I'm a scoop guy. I'll run it at Dutch or whatever and run it everywhere, but obviously I don't go as fast as those guys. But
Not even close.
yeah, not even close. But I feel like he set his bike up around that tire. I think when he gets off it, the setup's just a little off, and I
Yeah.
think he's in that point in his career where it's got to be dialed for him to
Yeah.
do what he does. I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Definitely hindered him.
Interesting.
Henried him?
Hindered.
Hindered.
Henried? I thought he said Henry, like a Doug Henry reference over here.
No.
Nope.
That's just me being deaf.
Yes.
Oh.
Bro, so we go to St. Louis Supercross a few years ago.
Here we go.
This motherfucker in the backseat of the truck, and we'll be like, me and Justin would turn around, like, say something. 30 minutes later, what? Did y'all say something? I can't hear nothing back here. What? The fuck? We yelled at you if you asked if you need a sandwich or something like an hour ago. Oh, I don't know. Then did he tell you about taking us? Never mind, we'll talk about that.
What's this one?
That one bar you took us to? Shark Bar?
Probably took you to a gay bar, didn't he?
yes!
God. You've been to St. Louis, right?
Dude, he loves gay bars.
Is the Shark Bar a rainbow bar?
I don't know.
You've been to St. Louis.
I've been to St. Louis, but I
Okay,
never
you've
went
been to
out Shark
Ballpark Village.
No, because whenever I was leaving St. Louis, I was going down the stairs from the 4th floor, slipped and fell going down the steps, dislocated my shoulder, and had to go to the hospital.
Oh. It sounds like you would have rather have gone to the Shark Bar.
I would have rather probably gone to the Shark Bar.
They
but
really would have took care of his shoulder there.
He walks us into this bar.
Look, I went there the year before.
He was leading the way,
and it
leading the charge
It was
here.
normal the year before, and we went in there this time, and there
He's
was
leading the charge, mind
look,
you.
I was like, let's go check out the Shark Bar, kind of beachy vibes, kind of thing. If you've been to the Ballpark
Which
Village in St.
probably
Louis.
would have been cool had it been what he originally pitched to us.
Okay, whatever.
We
go in there, and there's a squad of
dudes
gentlemen
dancing on the bar
dancing on the bar in Daisy Dukes.
Look like Coyote Ugly, huh?
with dudes.
It was worse.
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
It was bad. It's
So
pretty
what'd
bad.
you stay? You stayed for another half hour?
No, like Justin was like, we got to get the fuck out of here, dude. So we went back
yeah.
over to
PBR.
At
PBR.
least someone had a sense of mind, because you would have stayed in there.
I don't think I would have stayed in there. I don't think
Shit.
so. After I started evaluating the situation. It
Mind
wasn't.
you, he led the charge there.
It wasn't what I remembered.
I took us all to a very nice dinner spot that was great,
He did.
and then he takes us to a gay bar. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're an adult male, live your life, homie. But it's just not my scene.
It's legal these days, buddy.
Huh?
It's legal these days.
I know. I'm just
Pal.
saying, live your life. Whatever.
I don't want to get on politics right now.
Why the show go viral with that?
Don't go there
Let's
with
not
this
get
guy.
started. All right. So Webb had a good day. He goes 5-4 for 5th.
He's alive.
Did Cole forget his Daisy Dukes? Yes, he did.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Is this the real? What's that guy always talking smack?
Y'all nuts.
Y'all's nuts.
Yeah.
Are you y'all's nuts?
I'm sitting right here.
It would be something he would do with the nuts thing and y'all's nuts. He might be the guy
He
talking shit on
disappeared
the
for a
comment.
while.
You the guy talking shit on the comment?
Maybe. Don't worry
Y'all's
about it.
nuts, dude.
Anyway.
But mine wouldn't be y'all's. It'd
No,
be
I
mine.
definitely got my Daisy Dukes on, dude. Check these out, boy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Wow. Why are those so short? My Ethicas are twice as long as that. My Ethicas stick out of the bottom of my shorts.
Ethicas stick out of the bottom of these for sure.
Oh.
So where's your Ethicas at right now?
Not on, because I am free falling.
Anyway, back to Webb here. Webb going 5-4. That was a good day for him. He's chasing setup. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Cooper Webb's just not a fucking... He's
Outdoor guy.
He's a supercross guy.
He ain't an
He's not
outdoor guy
outdoor.
anymore.
He's not SMX. He's not any of this. So
Look, I thought that was a good showing as far as SMX goes for him, though.
I did too. He
Like-
didn't cut off half the track in Moto 1, so
Well,
we're good.
It's a little tighter, and dude, the last how many years he's been damn good at Daytona
yeah.
for not being an outdoor guy or whatever. He's
Yeah.
been damn good at Daytona the last how many years.
Yeah.
And minus Jet, that fucker dominated the last Supercross season.
Yep.
You take Jet out of the situation, that's a 3-time champ right there.
Yep. Thoughts on Webb over there?
Oh, that's my guy. I like Cooper.
You like a
lot.
little Cooper Webb?
Yeah, dude, he's a good rider. I like
Did you ever hang out with him? Being down there at club?
yeah, I've been to Cooper's track, like the.
Oh, okay.
So it was fun down there. Like when I went though, it was a mud fest.
Yeah.
They all had mechanics. I didn't. I knew I had to wash my bike, so I rode Supercross with Brayton, and they kept
Nice.
riding the outdoors.
Nice. I
How
heard
many-
Coop talks a bunch of shit all the time.
Yeah, we were at Donkey Hill, so I think that's
Donkey Hill, dude.
Jesus.
I told you
Let
he
me-
rides utility quads. He was at Donkey Hill putting her in 4 low.
I'm not. Hey, if you know, you know. I guess.
Donkey kicking the old
Only
lady
a
there.
handful's been there, but it was a fun day. Shout out Duff for letting me go.
Donkey
Taking me.
Hill sounds cool.
Duff. Oh, like
Deegan Duff?
like Danger Zone Duff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was back when he was mechanicking
That was
for
Brayton's guy.
Brayton's guy.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Brayton still. Yeah, sick.
Yep. Hey, do you want to get into some club stories?
Maybe at halftime. Let's get through these 450s here.
No, there's one that can't be told.
Oh boy, you want to get into some conspiracy stuff?
No,
here's an ironic one.
It's like watching Blue Mountain State. That's all I'll leave you with.
Here's Kenny goes 6-6 for 6th place.
Hey, he was rolling in that second one.
Yeah.
After being down in the first turn.
I'm confused though. He made a post talking about how he wasn't riding for a while. Now he's racing these.
Yeah, well, dude's Ken Roxon. He's an
Kenny's
enigma.
comments, man, are
He switched from Showa to KYB again.
it's like I'm training myself. I'm the king. To
I feel like he's the
sick.
McGregor of motocross.
He's the most emo guy in motocross.
He's the McGregor of motocross.
What's the McGregor of motocross? Just because he's German?
Conor McGregor. He just
Well, McGregor, is he German?
No, he's Irish, you fucking idiot. Jesus
I watch that shit.
If Justin was here, Justin would punch you in the fucking
He'd
nose right
McGregor
now.
me?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. He hates McGregor, but whatever. You see he's running for president of Ireland?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
win.
You guys can fill it in. What about McGregor?
I'm just saying he's like the one that's like not necessarily cocky about what he does, but he's very confident in himself.
On certain days, he likes to find a way to squeak a little excuse in there sometimes, don't you feel?
Okay, but we gotta.
And
Okay,
what about that start button?
hold on. That's interesting too. Did he run that this weekend? Does anybody know?
No, the video I saw, the left side of the bike looked like it had another 8 pounds on the side of it. For
Well,
that
that's
thing.
probably a thing too. But let's talk about the excuse thing there. We got to back off on that because what the problem we're having is we want these guys to be open and honest, right? They talked about this on Pulp this week,
Right.
and it was very insightful. Did you hear this?
No, I didn't hear it.
So Lewis Phillips was talking about this, and it was basically like these guys.
I like Lewis a lot, by the way.
Yeah, I do too. There's one take of his about other podcasters that I don't like, but outside of that, I do like him. Anyway, that take about other podcasters and journalists and whatever. Huh?
Was directed at you?
I don't know that it was directly directed at me, but it was in the general direction. Like I got some fragments like coming over my head.
It felt home.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
went, well, you can go fuck yourself on that one. But anyway, so Lewis has been running these problems with like Kenny and Chase and that of he asks them questions and they start to give answers, like very in-depth answers, like Kenny does all the time. And then they stop because like, nobody gives a shit. Everybody's just going to say I'm making an excuse, so fuck it. I don't even want to talk about it. Which sucks because we don't want these guys to be robots. But then like Kenny's always like, oh, I'm sick or whatever. And then we start pumping out the wells in an excuse. And then he doesn't want to give an answer. And it's like, well, in reality, what is he really being is open with us and honest with us about what's wrong. Because how many times have we sat here and said, these guys just need to be open and honest with us?
So where are we at on privateers that don't make the show on making excuses on Instagram?
Who's doing that, Cade?
No, I don't know. Just
Oh.
in general. There's a lot of them out there.
Oh, I don't know.
So, I mean, if you're an elite level guy, it's okay. You can squeak a couple
It's not,
in there.
but is it an excuse or are you just saying what's happening? Because if everything's going to sound like an
it's
excuse,
a fine line to walk for sure.
Kenny has health issues.
I
We know
understand
this.
that, yeah.
And they're going to flare up all the time because of what's happened. 17 arm surgeries in fucking 2 years will fucking do that to you.
And getting back as fast as he did, I bet he drove his body in the ground trying to come back over a whole summer. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Absolutely. I mean,
So,
I'm sure that he's sick half the time and
yeah. So, I don't know, man. I'm not.
probably
Not looking too deep into it.
No.
Okay.
total hypothesis here, but probably sleeps with a IV bag in.
Maybe.
I mean, I would. I say let these guys have IVs.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about that. So,
Yeah, like what these guys do.
all right. Let's.
Hey, sack the sound guy.
Huh?
Sack the sound guy. That's what.
Well, then there's not going to be a show.
That's what Michael here said. Michael motorcycle.
All right, let's bust through these here so we
Pull
can
your
get through
hands
this,
clean?
and then we got Eric coming
Are
up.
my hands clean?
AP goes 9-7 for 7th.
Not really.
Anybody, anything?
I'm a little worried about MXON,
Me
dude.
too. We'll get into that in the halftime report,
I'm a
though.
little worried.
Because I've got some things on that. Ando goes 8-8 for 8th after scorpioning himself last week.
Yeah, that was bad.
How bad did that hurt? Have you done that to yourself?
Not to that extent, because I don't
That
go that
was
fast.
bad, dude.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
surprised he got up and raced.
I
Like,
am too.
I'm surprised he tried to race. He didn't race the first round. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised he tried to ride, though.
Yeah, me too.
But, I mean, 8-8 ain't bad.
No.
I hate to be this way because, you got to fight for every position. But in that second main, and I'm a little biased for a green fender now, Tomac was coming through the pack and Anderson was holding him up. And I was like, Anderson, get the fuck out of the way. I know you're not 100% because I wanted to see a battle.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Tomac up in the mix.
You can leave that in front of you. That's your green fender there for you.
Okay.
So, all right. Dylon goes 7-9 for 9th.
Very Alessia-ish ride from Mr. Dillon there.
Yep. Colt Nichols 13-10 for 10th. Okay.
You still taking McElrath over Nichols?
Oh, my God.
You wanna
Stop
go
it.
there?
Stop it.
Okay.
Dino goes 14-11 for 11th. Squeaked that start, the first one.
Good for Diener the Wiener.
So
Go ahead.
I'm a little late on this show, but is Dino still coming out of the LCQs?
Yes.
So I mean that's killer performance for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean to
really
make
good.
it straight out of the LCQ and then
in the heat.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know he ain't training like he was.
No.
he's been all over the country, all over the not United States, all over the world, racing different races. Like that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give mad props to Dino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it for the tube.
With the kid.
With the kid.
With the kid. And
his wife.
Hot wife.
Dude, just because a chick has big tits doesn't make her smoking hot.
Barsha.
Oh my God. Those ones
we're,
are both
we're not getting into this.
Sure.
We're not getting into this. Barsha goes 12-13 for 12. Stu goes 11-17 for 13th. If anybody has any comments, go ahead and stop me. Otherwise, we'll just rip through this. Craig goes 10-18 for 14th.
God, he can't wait for that Star Yamaha.
Oh, he can't. Oh, he's excited.
God, that bike did not work for him.
Big Page Craig fans
Sorry,
over here.
Finn. I really feel bad saying this, but man, I'm just not a fan of Craig.
Oh.
It might be an our generation thing because I'm coming around.
Your generation? What do you mean?
Like our age kind of thing. I wasn't a fan for a while either, but these old cooters over here with families and stuff like him. Well,
And
you have a family now, but
I'm just not feeling it. Like, I just don't.
Big Christian Craig fans over here.
Well,
Mostly because of his wife, because she was really cool to me. So,
oh my God, she's freaking cool.
actually, he was really cool to my kid and my chick 2 years ago at Redbud also. So,
yeah, I've seen him do some cool stuff. And say
Yeah.
So
fun
Finn is
stuff.
practice mechanics, one of my good buddies. Shout out Finn. But I'm just not. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of him.
all right. Care to share any personal stories?
I heard the Tristan Charbonneau story, and that was a little more the wife than Christian, but who knows if that's true?
Is that your Emily watching that says we love the Craigs?
I don't know. That might be my Emily. Emily, do we love the Craigs?
Oh, man. All right. Let's see here. So Shane, 15-14 for
Be right
15th. Chiz, 18-12 for 16th. Eric Koulis. Yes, that's yours.
Is it mine?
Eric Koulis goes 17-16 for 17th. Freddie, 2019 for 18th. Phil goes 19-21 for 19th.
Hang on, where was Shane Sins? Not in it.
What?
Where's McElrath?
15-14 for
15. Oh,
15th.
okay.
Can you pay attention? Get your head in the
I
game
was
here.
rattled here because, Emily said that Paige helps with her race day
Day
fits.
fits.
So we'll see how
Wow.
those look next weekend.
Oh, boy.
Follow us on Instagram.
Marshall Welton goes DNF 15th for 20th. Said the lack of track preparation between motos was, what was the term he used? I don't even remember. It was funny, though.
What's last place in this whole deal get money-wise?
I don't remember. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Marshall Welton goes DNF 15th for, just read him. Harlan goes 16 DNF for 21st. I heard he yeeted the fuck out of himself. Jerry Robin goes DNS 20th for 22nd because he did not make it out of the LCQ, but then obviously got in because of other people.
Did you see the text between Mathis and Phil?
No.
Mathis was like, Jerry just did the 3 in, or he was like, Phil, Jerry just did 3 in. And Phil responded, Steve, I don't give a fuck.
That's awesome. And Justin Cooper goes DNF, DNS. I heard he yeeted the fuck out of himself also.
I didn't even notice that.
in that rhythm section. You didn't see his Instagram post getting on the jet with the sling?
That
That motherfucker
He got
flew
on the PJ?
on the jet.
He's on the PJ?
He's on the PJ.
Was he on Deegan's PJ or his own?
No. This
He was on the
probably
wife's
is the
PJ?
wife's PJ. Yeah.
Wow.
Must be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that must be nice.
So, all right. That's been your 450 race recap brought to you by our friends at Gutterworks.